Winning Women's Wednesday. That's with two N's. Two N's.
Two N's. And we're live.
We are live from Studio USA in Plano. My co-host, Miss Ashley Gentry. Hello.
Hello. And of course, my other amazing co-host is Michelle Ozymy.
I'm so excited to be here today.
Me too.
I'm not excited for the cold weather. What is this about?
You know what, though? I am a little excited because I need one snow day a year to appease my child.
Okay, but literally, I took my kid to school yesterday and today, and now she's planning to be off the rest of the week.
That's life, Mom.
What the heck?
Try homeschooling.
Yeah, that's why I don't try homeschooling. No, absolutely not.
My kid's there every day of the week.
And don't get me wrong, Gracie's no trouble. She's a senior. She's easy. She's delightful. But she is eating me out of house and home.
I know. Well,
I think Kroger has delivered the last 7 days.
Well, you better get whatever rations you need because
I'm having to do a pickup today because for some reason in my head, I need a rotisserie chicken.
Okay, well, no, that's what happens when you start to have snow days. You're like, I'm going to cook all these things.
I'm not going to cook anything. Who are we kidding?
So that's what you're going to do. You're going to get one of those giant rotisserie chickens in a plastic container that's just been sweating microplastics into your chicken the whole time?
Yes, and then I'm going to end up probably opening the plastic container and just eating the chicken from it because I intend to make this amazing soup, and I will.
You're savage.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have to get my protein.
Can I see? I need a selfie with a fork.
with the chicken.
Or, I mean, if you're not using the fork, and just abandon all sensibility and just rip off
and that may
the
happen.
leg.
That may happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like it. We at least did ahead of time. So we get those big tubs, like storage tubs.
Yeah.
And stick Alex in it and then tie a rope to it and tie it to the back of the truck.
I'm sorry. You what?
For snow days. Slowly, like a ratchet strap, so it's not like a rope.
Is anyone calling CPS right now?
No, it's absolutely fine. Going really slow, but like down the street, because we live near a big school and a park and everything else, and so there's like different areas where you can and we go real slow. And I run behind or drive, and then So, but it's
so
good.
I'm gonna need a selfie of that.
Okay, well, I'll show you a video,
because
and we'll do it offline.
Concerns.
Yeah, we'll do it offline. But we got a new tub because the old one was cracking. So
call me if you need assistance.
Yeah, no, she's living her best life. So we're super excited. So if it doesn't snow appropriately to where we can do that, I'm going to have to hear for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, in preparation, I ordered and picked up the last three tree farm candles from Bath and Body Works, so that our house will smell like a forest, because that is important on a snow day.
We are so opposite. You're doing candles and plastic rotisserie chicken.
Yes.
Yeah. And dude, where are the tree farm candles from?
Bath and Body Works.
Oh God.
Tree farm.
That's a whole nother show of holistic smells that we're going to have to come into your ecosystem, but that's not what our guests are here for today.
Winter and fresh balsam.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying there might be some toxicity that comes from burning your candles.
I mean, I understand.
Do you do plugins too?
Yeah, I do the plugins. I do the plugins.
Okay.
But I will have you know, I took Mark Hyman. He's a functional medicine doctor.
Okay.
I took his quiz yesterday to see how healthy I am.
Okay.
And I'm pretty stinking healthy.
Did you tell him about your Bath and Body Works
He
stuff?
did ask about... Is Cruz laughing?
He is laughing.
He is laughing. I love having our in-studio.
Yeah,
it's the best.
No, it's
Happy New
wonderful.
Year, Cruz.
Yeah, so they didn't ask if you like toxic fumes burning.
No, but he did. There were some questions along those lines because he is a lot like you. If you don't follow him, he's totally your speed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it.
He's your kind of guy.
Got
He's 65. He's all about longevity, health, and wellness.
Okay.
And not like quirky, like weird or anything. So yeah, really cool. Really cool guy. So let's get into real estate.
Oh, I don't want to.
I mean, we can keep talking about what are you going to
No,
cook?
we can talk about it. How about we talk about 2025 and goals?
Yes.
But it could also be it can be overarching and holistic and business-oriented, entrepreneurial, and not just real estate, right?
Yeah,
Even though we're going to dovetail into real estate.
We're going to dovetail into real estate.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world of real estate right now? Anything new?
You know, I think everybody is just kind of waiting till the Trump administration fully takes a hold to see what's going on. I think there's speculation that, you know, we're not really going to see an improvement as far as, you know, interest rates, inflation.
You think that's just speculation?
I think we're going to see some easing on the interest rates. I don't think we're going to see a catastrophic decline in interest rates. So I think there's a difference. I think we might be getting off the roller coaster of, cool, we're at 6 3/4 and now we're back to, 8. Yeah. And going up and down and cyclically not being able to kind of forecast more appropriately. So I think we'll get into a consistent, I would love to see us be sub 7 consistently through 2025 and get closer to 6.
And I think we'll get there.
Yeah,
I think we'll get there.
But anybody who's trying to play Russian roulette with the interest rates should not be doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's so unpredictable, and ultimately have always hated the term. Marry the house, take the rate.
Hate that. Not a fan.
And it's proven to really bite people in the butt 2 years later.
Absolutely.
Because so many realtors, I think, were saying 2 years ago, hey, we're just at an impasse. You're going to be able to refi in a couple of years. And here we are a couple of years later, and that's not the case.
No.
So it's really...
Can you believe it's been 2 years of these rates?
Dude, I can't believe we're going on 5 years since 2020.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
So I think that's what we have to look at is what has happened, what can we do, what can we control, and that's, the only thing we can control is to sit there and use our professional competency to negotiate the best deals on behalf of our buyers and sellers.
Yep.
Encourage people to still transact real estate, because DFW is still poised to be the best housing market in 2025.
Amazing.
So all of those things are still signaling you got to move forward.
And real estate is still a great investment.
Of course it is.
How you build legacy wealth for your family.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
And so even in a downturn, if you looked at the downturn in 2008, that's when a lot of people went on a buying frenzy.
I'm still recovering the trauma from 2008.
I feel like I'm recovering from trauma from 2024.
And that too.
So I think more of it is what do we do in 25 as professionals, not necessarily serving the consumer, but what can we do to equip ourselves a little bit better?
So that leads me to my kind of question of the day.
Okay.
What is the key thing that you think is needed to be successful in 2025 as a realtor? Mm-hmm. And then how are you implementing that into your business?
So I'm going to go to church a little bit, because, we keep on talking about these questions and there's not a right answer for any given person. And I think it's very personal as to what the roadblocks and obstacles are from you succeeding and achieving those goals that you're setting for yourself, right?
Okay.
So for me, I'm it's funny. Everybody's like, Ashley doesn't have feelings. She has a feeling occasionally.
I think you have feelings.
I do have lots of feelings. They come out in different ways. And so I am highly emotional and emotionally driven with what I do. And so if I get thrown off my rocker a little bit, it makes me stumble, in my business. And so I think controlling what I can, and that is continuing to say yes when it's appropriate and no when it's not. Didn't
we just have this conversation
with Schitt's Creek's, gifts in between?
Yes, we did. I missed that show.
I did. I started watching it again.
Ooh, that'll be a good cold weather show.
It'd be great.
Way better than Gilmore Girls. I'm sick of Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Too emotional.
Yeah.
But that goes even further. Is it's not just about being demonstratively no all the time. Like, I'm choosing me and I'm saying no. I don't like that either.
I don't like that. Agreed.
No, it's really doing an internal audit and looking at the people that you're spending time. We all hear these things about, you're the makeup of the 5 people that you most closely associate yourself with, and those are all true. But what does that mean? Yeah. What does that mean? If I am sitting there and looking at, my weekday, spread of my calendar and where I'm spending my time and who I'm spending my time with, and I'm not achieving my goals, then I need to change those things. It's not the other people's fault.
Right.
It's just the circumstances that I'm putting myself in are not allowing me to achieve optimum performance.
Right. And you made the choice of putting yourself in that circumstance.
100%. And it doesn't mean those are bad people. It just means...
Well, I think that's the big point of, there's a lot of talking about, let go of the people who aren't helping you grow and those types of things. And I agree with that. But to your point... Yeah. It doesn't mean those are bad people.
No, it's not bad people.
And we have to be careful with that.
Different seasons require different people to invest in you.
Absolutely.
And so I have to look at it, this season of my life, I need to surround myself with people that are going to invest in me mentally and physically to push me into this next level. Because
Absolutely.
we have big goals for ourselves and our businesses. And that doesn't mean they're all going to be achieved in 25, but it means I have to lay a better groundwork in 25.
Yeah.
The environments that I'm in, the people I'm associating with, because if they're not going to help me get to those levels.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean I have to extricate them from my life. It just means that maybe I need to prioritize
your time differently.
Correct.
Love that. Love that.
So, I mean, I think I can sum it up with, boundaries, being introspective, and taking control of my time so that it suits my goals, and whether that's personally or professionally.
That's great.
I think that's really what I'm focusing on, because if I don't fix those things, doesn't matter what any financial goals that I set for myself or anything else, I'm going to be on this hamster wheel that we all love, which is I can sprint for 2 quarters and then I'm going to hit a wall, and then we're going to go into a more trying season, and then you're going to start all over again, and that's not sustainable, and that's not going to get us to those high achieving levels.
No. So to start with that, we've hired an assistant who texts us at like 6:00 in the morning.
Yeah, isn't that delightful?
It's delightful.
What time do you get up in the morning?
About 5:30, so it's good.
Oh,
it's good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm 6:30, so she's in between.
Yeah. So I guess she's figured that out, because I get text messages from her at 6 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, which is great. I
just love getting text messages from an assistant. I don't
the
care
best.
what time it is.
It's
I mean,
the
I
best.
have my phone on D&D, first thing in the morning and at nighttime, so it's fine.
Usually it's my father.
Oh.
So, and it's always something strange, like, I need this T-47 notarized immediately. But Dad, you haven't even listed the house yet. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
My thing is, I hate to get text messages that have nothing to do with jump starting my day.
Right.
And it's just like playing whack-a-mole.
Yes.
So it's great that she's
So now I get them from her, and it's like delightful.
Okay.
So exciting. So exciting. So for me, to answer the question, mine's a little more tactical.
Yeah.
What I've discovered is really niching down.
I got hair all over me. Anyways.
Digging into your people.
Yeah.
Utilizing your people in a way that will help you grow. So very similar, but from a business perspective, it means reaching out to my people. So I have set myself up just like as a realtor would, my daily activity. So I'm reaching out to 6 people a day from a client standpoint. I know it's hard, but it's people that know, like, and love me, and hopefully they want to hear from me. And if they don't,
I want to hear from you.
Well, and then my other thing, which I'm very, very excited about, I'm enjoying this, is reaching out to associates, friends, people like you, to just tell them to have a great day.
That's sweet.
And I'm loving that. Like, I've done it it's only one person a day, but like, it's the first few days of the year. So I'm super excited. So I've been reaching out to
Where's mine?
Well, I saw you yesterday.
But I want it in print.
Okay. I'll add you to my list. So I literally have a little Excel spreadsheet.
I love it.
And it's been so fun. So yesterday I was supposed to teach a class, and we decided to move that class to the end of January. So I just reached out to Brittany Fleischman.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yes.
And just told her to have a great day. And then I got a really sweet response from her.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. It's really fun.
Well, I think that portion is the same from the standpoint of sometimes it's also good to slow down for a minute and be intentional. Like, we're talking about people investing in us, but that investment in other people also exponentially gives us energy.
It's so fun.
Yeah, no, it is. I think that's amazing. Good for you.
Yes. And I had a great time with you at Metrotex yesterday.
It was wonderful.
It was so fun.
And that was the first time I was back since before Christmas. So it was interesting.
It was fun hanging out. So got to see some great people. Gosh, Julie Jones, Johnny Moad, Travis Lee. Yeah. Oh my gosh, all our people.
Yeah, no, we've got it.
Charmaine.
Oh no, she's amazing.
Delightful.
She is delightful. So I mean, I think that's also the same thing where it's like done that with the association, right? It's like we went out and we were trying to find amazing people. In this season of the Metrotex world and the realtor organization world and everything else, and find those people that can invest in the organization and make it better and attract more people. Like attracts like, right?
Absolutely.
So expanding that leadership pool and those people that have influence and are doing things on behalf of our industry has been huge. And I think that room was a reflection of all the hard work, because it was some
awesome people in that room.
But it was also a hodgepodge of old and new and tenured in the business and greener in the business and different verticals in the business. And that's what this is all about, because truly what we have seen through the last couple of years, and especially with the changes in the settlement and all these other things, is that I think we're kind of lifting the veil and exposing that real estate is an entrepreneurial business environment.
Yes.
And so maybe that's why people are struggling a little bit more, because we've been so transactionally mindset as an industry.
And that's what I'm seeing in my classes.
Yep.
Is I talked about this with Alan this morning. It's not just that they don't know how to implement the steps in the business.
Yep.
They also, I don't want to insult anyone or hurt their feelings, but
Go for
so
it.
I will have these coaching calls scheduled, and I send you a Zoom link.
Yep.
As soon as we schedule the call.
Okay.
You don't accept the appointment.
Yep.
And then I text you a few days later, and okay, are we doing this? Yes. And then you cancel on me an hour before. If you did that with a therapist or a life coach or a client, one, you would get charged.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about with my own coach and my therapy appointments.
Yeah.
Like, I immediately accept the appointment.
Right.
They charge my card.
Yep.
And then if I don't show, too bad.
It's just, it's insane to me. And what do you think that is? Because I know people.
I think so many people are new in the business.
Yeah.
And they've not been educated on how to conduct themselves as an entrepreneur.
I would say that is correct, but I also see people fleeting from opportunity to improve themselves.
Yes.
And that is what, again, I go to the psychological side of things.
Yeah.
Is why are we self-sabotaging?
Yeah.
Why are we doing these things when we know darn well, right, that having a session with you is going to get my mind right, is going to reframe the things for me, is going to set my day up better, my week up better, my month up better. And you sit there and you go, no, I want to stay in my sweatpants, or I really just want to go and grab a cup of coffee and I'm going to go to H-E-B because I need groceries and the weather's getting inclement. So I'll just reschedule
They
Michelle.
do have great groceries.
Do have great groceries. I know. I need to go.
Yeah.
But I think that's sometimes where we go. It's like it's easier to sit there and tackle the black and white task right in front of you, than to invest in time in yourself.
Yes.
That is going to be ongoing.
Yes, because as your coach, I'm probably going to tell you things to do that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And you already know you need to do them.
Correct.
But if I tell you to do them, there's a certain level of accountability there.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's been interesting.
Yeah, and I would say I think our natural disposition has always been like that. I think people are seeking out, people like you, Michelle, because they do realize I have no idea what it means to run a business.
Yeah.
I thought being a real estate agent was transactional. I was going to build my book of business that was going to keep me fed for 20, 30, 40 years. I'm going to invest in... Right. But that's what it used to be.
Right.
It was what it used to be. You know, that's what you would do. You were like I always said this. I likened it with you had your real estate agent, your attorney, your CPA, accountant. Those were all kind of in the same professional buckets to where like you found your person, that's what you did, and they all built their book of business. Right. And their referrals and stuff. And now in this information age of the internet and everything else that has drastically changed, especially in the real estate industry, how people look for homes, tether themselves to an agent and do all those things. And so now you got all these people coming into the business. It's not just about, marketing to your sphere. Now, what kind of business do you want to build? Do you
have to add to your sphere?
Yeah, you have to add to your sphere. Are you going to have some sort of niche that you want to sit there and build into? I mean,
absolutely.
Like, what does this look like? What type of road do you? And you also have people that are coming in and not going immediately into residential real estate.
Right.
You've got people that are saying, you know what, I really want to work commercial. So I'm gonna find a great commercial group to intern with and do those different things, or property management, or, just straight up leasing or residential, you go farm and ranch or something else, which I think is really interesting. Which also says that this is, again, this is an entrepreneurial business environment, and you have to choose.
And it's a business.
Choose your hard up front.
Yes.
Choose the direction you want to go. Don't just chase the money, but sit there and say, if you truly want to be a farm and ranch agent, then find a farm and ranch team or find somebody else that's going to invest in you and start building those foundational blocks.
Yes.
Don't chase those commission checks right out of the gate. And because somebody asked, we were on a panel of, I think it was legends and millennials or something like that. And so it was like, what would you tell a new agent now? What would you tell them right out of the gate? Like advice, coming into this business. And I said, choose your business.
Yeah.
Choose the business you want to run. And that doesn't mean in perpetuity. Your business can still change.
Absolutely. And it will.
Choose the business you want to run.
Right.
Don't sit there and take your license test and everything else and then turn around and go, okay, where's my first transaction going to fall into my lap? Start building your stinking business. And then from there, you're going to attract the natural archetype of what you are building.
And find a coach or a mentor who's been successful in that niche.
Correct.
To train you, educate you, and not just teach you how to transact, but how to build the business itself.
So, it's funny. Have you ever listened to Codie Sanchez? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I was listening, and I do like full podcasts and books, by the way. But in a
good to know.
Normal day, I'm getting mine from TikTok. So it's 30 seconds.
You do love TikTok.
I know, and you won't do it with me. It's so disappointing.
It's about to be banned.
It's not. Trump's going to save it.
Okay.
Yeah,
go Trump.
He said he is. So anywho,
while he's purchasing Canada?
I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I'm here for it. So it makes my world interesting. Here's where you go. You're like, the crap
Canada.
Show that my day was today. Let's turn on the news.
Turn on the news. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Codie Sanchez basically, she was talking about a study of people that were trying to entrepreneurial start their new business or what that was. And those that went all in, quit their jobs and just focused on that versus building that business while still having their job.
It never works.
It was the opposite.
Really?
The study was that it was like the people that kept their jobs and worked really hard still on the other side, nights, weekends, mornings, whatever you needed to do to hustle, weren't as beholden to trying to make fast money or force because they had that stability.
I see that.
It was like a 35% higher success rate than what they were trying to build. And so I thought that was really interesting.
That is interesting.
Because our industry has demonized people getting into this part-time.
Yes.
Even though,
I'm intrigued.
Wouldn't you agree that most agents, whether they have another job or not, are part-time?
Oh, 100%.
So
true.
Why do we demonize somebody for keeping a job while they're trying to build something else? As long as they're doing it right.
Right.
There's the bad actors in every situation to where they're never going to invest in their business. They're never going to quit their full-time job.
That's where, devil's advocate, I'm disagreeing with you because I'm like, there's nothing more annoying than me as the listing agent trying to or a buyer's agent trying to conduct a transaction and I can't reach the other agent because they're at work from 9 to 5.
Here's the funny part.
Yeah.
They're probably more likely to respond to you now than the mom that's going to Pilates and carpool and, doing everything else. And I'm not bagging on moms or anything else.
It's the Pilates moms.
It's the Pilates moms. No. But it's more of, I think.
Who all have we insulted today? This is unusual. This is unusual for us.
No, it's okay. I think, it's convicting because there's plenty of things that I know I'm guilty of.
Yes.
And so I have no problem voicing that. But that's where I say, I think in all reality, our entire industry as a whole is generally part-time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you look at, I
do not disagree.
Over 50% of agents in 2024 did not sell one house.
Yeah. I think my stat was 74% that I saw from Tom Ferry.
I think less than one.
Yeah.
So I think you had some in there that were, but over 50% and even, it was like goose egg.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we have to realize that
had to hurt on December 31st when we paid those dues.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's when I paid mine.
Yeah. No, always. Well, I've got an auto pay, so I don't know what unless it bounces.
And like at 9:59.
And then Kathy Faulkner sends me Ashley. But
do you just kind of hang your head when Kathy walks into the room? Because I'm always like, I'm so sorry.
No, because I'm good. She loves me, so it's fine.
She loves me, and I love her, and she knows me by name. But literally yesterday, when I saw her, all I could think of was, dang it, I have 3 infractions I need to get taken care of.
Okay, well, I don't have any fractions, naughty girl. So there's...
Well, it's because my new construction.
Yeah.
And there's always like issues with the city and things
Yeah.
like that. And it has to go to the point where they call me and say, we're going to send a fine
Yeah.
if you don't take care of it today.
Okay.
So that, and
Your new assistant will help you with those things.
I hope so.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. She should.
Sorry, Kathy.
So no, but ultimately I think it's everything we do right now, we have to reorient our frame of reference.
Yes.
And so for people that have been agents for a long time, you've got to absolutely recalibrate. People that are coming into the business, have just come into the business the last couple of years. It's been challenging, but you have to understand this is still how people build massive wealth and opportunity. And so there is opportunity in front of us, but we've got to figure out what that is. And that's not just, this is a contact sport. It's not just waiting for a deal to fall in your lap.
Right.
And I think that's where we've been so hyper-focused on volume count and transaction count and GCI and all these other things, instead of sitting there and saying, okay, these numbers are great. And yes, I know someone like you is going to help you back end and reverse engineer how you get there. I'm saying abandon these numbers altogether. You are so fixated on what you're trying to make, and you forget on being fixated on what you want to build.
Because that will get you to what you want to make
100%.
a lot faster, because then you're going to have a plan in place. You're going to have direction. You're going to have guidelines and standards, and that will get you to that transaction goal a lot faster than just focusing on the transaction goal.
And it's more sustainable because you're building something that you are physically invested. You're not chasing.
Yeah.
You're invested in what you're building.
100%.
So we've only got a couple minutes left.
Hey, let's talk about what's coming up.
What is coming up?
Well, so many things.
Okay, we got Blast Off.
Woo! Lift off, blast off. Yes, that is next Friday, the 17th, I believe is the date.
Okay.
Yeah, because tomorrow's...
Don't ask me.
Yeah, Friday is the 10th, which, Cruz gets to shoot the Cotton Bowl. I'm super excited for him.
Woohoo!
I know, so happy for him. I hope he stays warm, though. So the next Friday is the 17th.
Yep.
And we have our Lift Off, Blast Off conference at Cherry Creek Mortgage. You can RSVP on the website. You can find it.
Yeah, go on studioUSA.
studioUSA.
Find it, plug it, type it in.
We've got some amazing speakers. Myself and Ashley will be there. Christy Becca will be there. We've got Wayne Sammons, Corey Turner. We're going to talk about branding, planning your perfect week, all the things. It's going to be a great, great, great event. I think it's from 10 to 2. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't know. That sounds about right. And we're going to be doing headshots and on camera testing and different things.
Super fun.
I'm going to be hosting, so there's going to be plenty of humor and levity.
Yes, there will.
And maybe some insults.
And some cuss words, I'm sure.
No,
never. As Cruz laughs again.
I love it.
I love it.
You know, it's great. I'm excited for 2025.
Yes, it's going to be a great year.
I'm excited for you and I being co-pilots together.
Yes, we're having a blast. One of these days, you're going to bring out that remarkable, and it's going to be so fun.
I did yesterday.
I know. It was
Don't
cute.
push it.
We should have taken a picture.
Okay. Next time.
With Charmaine. It would have been cute.
Okay. Well, we're signing off.
Any parting words?
I guess I'm trying to get out of here. Is that what I'm doing? No, parting words are super excited. Let's get into 2025. It is not meant to be easy.
No.
But let's be intentional and let's invest in ourselves together.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for joining us on Winning Women's Wednesday Live.
We'll see you next time.
We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.